It's been 3 months since my winter trip. It was a trip filled with frustration, with beauty, and with unprecedented opportunity. I struggled to find subjects and felt like I was constantly chasing the light. Though I had very little confidence in the work I was doing at the time, I've since realized the scope of what I was able to accomplish. Of the 10 scenes I photographed, I walked away with 8 portfolio shots, some of which rank among my best work. Many of those photos involve setting up my camera in the dark, working in the rain, or chasing dynamic scenes. I was successful on that trip because I kept an open mind. I remained flexible and tried to constantly be aware of the world around me. I learned a lot on that trip, both about the subjects I was shooting, but also about myself. There were times that I questioned my role as a photographer and if I have what it takes to succeed in this field. But that's the reality of landscape photography. If you don't question your own abilities or even your very purpose, maybe you aren't pushing yourself hard enough. Hard work doesn't guarantee success, but it could put you in the right place at the right time. Beyond that, it's a matter of recognizing opportunities and putting in the effort to find a subject that has a story to tell. My hope is that this trip will be a change of pace from my visit to Death Valley. The canyons of southern Utah offer a slower pace of working. It's a matter of finding a great subject, then waiting for ideal light. It's easy to plan a trip like this from the comfort of home, to study satellite maps and to make a list of things to bring along. But once that alarm clock sounds and you hit the road, you see things from a different perspective. There's so many different factors that are difficult to take into consideration. The biggest factor is solitude. Though it can be great from a photographic standpoint to have a canyon all to yourself, it can also be detrimental, and the loneliness can weigh heavily on your soul. My best approach on these trips is to strike a balance between productivity and solitude. On this trip, I'll be backpacking into a canyon I first visited last year. I took 2 photos there before being chased out by the weather. I look forward to spending more time in that canyon, further exploring the area, and seeing what else I could find. My gear is packed, my film was loaded, and I look forward to what this trip has to offer. So I arrived at the trailhead and decided just to go for a little bit of a walk, because every single time I go on one of these trips, I always get hit with this really hard homesick kind of feeling when I first get here. And I think it's just because it takes some time to adjust from daily life and hanging out with my wife and watching some of our favorite shows on TV, having some nice dinners, and sort of all the comforts of home, and then just being kind of dropped off into the wilderness here, which, don't get me wrong, I love, but man, it's tough on the first day. So, I mean, I spent so much time in the weeks leading up to this trip just kind of planning things out, getting things ready, and coming up with a plan. But once you get here, man, it gets really fast. So, but nevertheless, I am looking forward to getting down in the canyons, seeing if I can find some cool subjects, and revisiting some of the subjects that I shot last year and see if they've changed at all. But I'll be honest, and at times on days like this, I kind of question, why am I even here? Why am I doing this? But I know that this will pass. I know it's all worth it in the end. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's been a long drive today, about 12 hours or so. But go grab myself some dinner and then get some sleep.
If you enjoy this ad-free content and want to help me live my dream, a voluntary contribution of just $24 a year helps keep my gas tank full and my film freezer stocked. For more information on how to support me and my work, please visit the donation section of my website at benhorne.com/donate. I also have prints available on my website. You can find a direct link down below in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support.